Hello, hello, hello. My name's Joe.
And I'm Jordan.
And this is Double Trouble Features.
Boom!
The weekly podcast where we talk about all things movies, television, and just what's on these damn screens.
Yeah, man. And guess what? 2026, already a lot of stuff on the screens.
There's so much. I've been like eating good. I literally...
On the little screen. Right now for the big screen, there is not that much, though.
I don't know. That movie we just saw was perfect in every way.
It was a good movie, though.
And there was that they gave something for the men and the women.
They did. 100%. But we're going to talk about, Housemaid. Great movie. We're also going to talk about our show that we both love, Traitors.
I want to inject it into my skin.
Yeah, no, I'm actually mad that it's a weekly kind of thing.
No, you need to get into weekly watches. I was actually shocked that you even watched it because you're so anti-weekly watches. It's also why you're behind on certain things.
Watched all 3 episodes of Traitors.
I know. That's what I'm saying. This is the exception, not the rule.
Yeah, no. And then next week's going to happen. I'm going to be like, God dang it. And then
watches are so fun.
Then we're going to just talk about Stranger Things. Just the impact of Stranger Things and what happened this week. With all the stuff coming up. Then just our quick little tidbit of the Golden Globes, and next week we're going to fully go into Golden Globes, winners, losers.
Whatever the fuck Nikki Glaser does.
Yeah. No, I cannot wait. But let's get into it. Okay, Joe, if you were rich, which we are going to be, because you guys are going to like and subscribe and watch us everywhere on wherever you get your podcasts. Also on YouTube.
That was a little forced.
It is a little forced. Again, 2026. I'm trying to manifest us getting rich off this podcast. So
we're gonna have
to both quit our jobs, which we're not going to get rich off of this at all, and that's okay.
Not unless some people get really cool all of a sudden.
Yeah, we're going to get us Patreon. We're going to have Joe topless shirts or topless shoots. You can subscribe for that.
Girl, you just have to go to my Instagram for that. I know my worth. I'm giving it away for free.
He's like, I'm giving it away. We give the game away for free. Why not? But if you're rich. And I'm not talking like rich. I'm talking like slightly wealthy.
Yeah.
Would you have a housemaid?
So here's the thing. Short answer, yes. You remember when I lived with my slightly wealthy family out in LA?
Oh yeah.
They had a maid.
Okay.
She was it was much more it was. I mean, it was a little bit like this. She wasn't live in or anything, but she was there a good 3-4 days a week. She still messages and texts me every now and then.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. It's, to be honest, a little bit gibberish because she.
Was she a good housemaid?
I mean,
it's hard to find good help these days.
I mean,
right?
it's more of it was actually kind of weird because again, I didn't really know these people moving out there, and the housemaid worked for my aunt and her sister, who I guess is also my aunt, but I never really knew her like that. But it was they had a horrible relationship. As sisters, they did not get along.
Oh, really?
And so it was super awkward because the maid would always get put in the middle, and they'd be like, "Well, you need to come help me on these days." And they're like, "Well, you need to come help me on these days." And it was wild.
Hell no.
But no, she was good. It was, and it was and then also there was that time where I lived in that apartment complex, and it was COVID, and they were a free perk is that you get maid service once a month for things. So I've had maids.
Would you hook up with a maid?
None of these.
No, I'm talking if you were a maid, would you try to hook up with the?
Oh, absolutely. And I'm getting pregnant, and I'm trapping that. Are you kidding me?
No shame at all.
That is I mean, I'm not. Well, no shame. You're already fucking your married boss. You might as well go for the fences. You know what I mean?
You're not wrong, to be honest.
You might as well get something out of it.
Yeah, that's true. And basically what we're talking about is the movie Housemaid. That came out a couple weeks ago, and we both saw it together.
Yes, we did. With
Um,
Amanda Seyfried and Sydney Sweeney.
I'm not gonna lie, there's definitely something for both men, women,
I mean,
gays, straights.
it was beautiful. I was actually kind of shocked how like there was like one big sex scene, but they like kind of went in on it.
No, they kind of
They
did.
showed furry man butt. I was like, T.
So just kind of going to this, what would you rate it?
I'd s- I'm like caught somewhere between a 6.5 and a 7. I want to say 7, but I don't know if it was that good.
I would say 7. I actually go 7 because I would watch it again.
I would make other people watch it with me.
Yes.
Yes. I would be like, all right, you've never seen this movie. Let's watch it now. Yes. I agree. I agree.
Yeah. The only thing, just kind of talking about the movie, basically Sydney Sweeney, she's a character in this movie. That's Millie. She is a convict that, has been in jail for 10 years, got out on parole, and she just needs a job. And so she meets this girl named Nina, played by Amanda. And they're in this fancy mansion. She's like, hey, let me help out with this house and stuff like that. I just need a job. And what happens is you start to realize that these people are not who they say they are, both the husband and the wife. And it gets crazy. I'll just say that
In like the best way
in
possible.
the best way possible.
And like there's a fun little like misdirect of like who's really crazy. Who and what do we constitute as crazy? Is smashing a bunch of plates crazy? Or is torturing people crazy? And you have to answer that question.
Yeah, you do. So the reason why I give it a 7 is because I think Amanda played the role.
She did so
was
well.
fantastic.
She played playing crazy very
Yes.
well. Like that was like a crazy like once you I don't want to get into the spoilers of it all, but like once you like realize what's actually going on, I was like, damn, she had me convinced there for a while.
No, she's great. Like literally the first scene, it goes like her being this just nice, friendly old like lady. And then all of a sudden it goes to her just screaming, throwing things and stuff like that. And you really feel the emotion in her. I thought Brandon, Skylar,
Yes.
he played Andrew, the husband.
He was
Played
on
a great role.
Yes, I know him from 1922. He plays like this like rough and tumble American, blah blah blah, in like trying to get
Yeah.
home to Montana. But no, he plays. He's actually like he surprised me the most in this movie. He truly. I don't know if I saw where that was going. I knew that he was a piece of shit. You just don't realize how much of a piece of shit he is.
Yeah, no, my only thing is, do you think? I think he could play Batman. I got a Bruce Wayne kind of vibe from him.
See, I see him more, and I don't. I think there's like, I think he's a little too golden boy for that. I don't think he's like a Superman. I think he's like, if he was like 10 years younger, a Dick Grayson or like one of those. Like he gives me like Commissioner Gordon vibes. I'm not gonna lie, but like,
Commissioner Gordon's older, though.
in some movies, sometimes.
Yeah, but like, does Robert Pattinson scream Bruce Wayne?
I think you. No, but he has to also scream Batman. I think Robert.
He screams Batman. Don't get me wrong. He definitely.
No,
screams
I think
Batman.
I think Brandon screams Bruce Wayne, but he doesn't scream Batman.
Interesting.
He's just he's a little too blonde hair, blue eyed, and Aryan for me. It's
You can dye it. You can make it black.
it's just I would have to think.
I get it though.
I would have to think a lot. Like he's like to me, he's
Because
he's just a little too all American golden boy.
body looks nice, and you do see him shirtless, and he looked good.
Like I said, you see his fuzzy little butt.
Yes, no, I understand why my wife was like, "Yeah, I'll see this movie again," because the entire movie, you really are kind of almost falling kind of like in love with him as well, because he is this golden boy. He is rich, but his wife is crazy, and he's staying with the wife throughout the entire crazy. He's taking over, this have a kid, her kid, He loves her and everything like that. He's comforting Millie the entire time. He's great in the movie. And not to give any spoilers or anything like that, but when he makes a switch, that's great. And I thought this was a great, kind of adaptation of a book. Um, I don't know if I would be interested to see a bunch of these kind of movies.
Yeah, because they definitely left it open-ended for like sequels. And I
Yeah.
know there's sequels in the books. I have
Yeah.
not read the books.
We have the first three books.
When you say we, you've read them?
Yeah, okay.
That's
My
what I
wife has
thought.
the first three books.
That's what I thought.
But my wife has only read the first one. So, but kind of like let's get into the elephant in the room. It is all about Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah. Yeah.
By far the worst part of the movie.
I mean, and here's the thing. I liked her at the end of the movie. I think that she really pulled out a performance randomly that she was not giving the entire first part
time.
of the movie. She's just very much like, I don't know, sardonic and like, yeah, and now I have to go to my parole officer. And you're just like,
And my thing is, I don't want to come off as like a Sydney Sweeney hater. I understand, all the other things that are going on in Sydney Sweeney's like, PR and campaign right now. But bar none, I thought in Euphoria, I thought she is as good, if not better than Zendaya's performance. I really do. I think that she played that role to a T. And I can't imagine anybody else playing that character in Euphoria. Since Euphoria, every movie she's been in, she is one of the flattest characters, flattest people in every single movie she's been in.
It's interesting that you bring that up because I think the biggest problem is, and I think it's a lot of projecting from the American people, but she played so well in Euphoria because she was a whiny white bitch. And she was crazy.
And she played it.
And she crazy.
Perfect.
And she played it well. But like people walked away liking the character, but it's not somebody you would really like in real life. I feel like I feel like a lot of her roles recently have been like her as the leading woman, as like almost like a Reese Witherspoon type. And that's not the kind of charisma she has.
She doesn't have that charisma.
Like
at all.
it's not like she's not like they keep trying to play her as like this like innocent girl next door. And that's not her.
No.
She is a beautiful woman, vixen, whatever you want to call it, with a little bit of crazy going on. Yeah. And she needs to play into that more. There's just too many good roles out there that I think that she could do well, but they keep trying to put her in these like, I don't know, either they're way too cerebral and it's like hard to take seriously. And maybe that's misogyny talking. I don't know. Let me know if I'm a misogynist. But I think that like in her specifically, she plays somebody that you kind of want to hate. Like she plays those really well. And these like where we want to make like her the victim or we want to like feel sorry for her. It's really hard to feel sorry for a beautiful, rich blonde woman.
Yeah, no, and my big take for her, the one movie that I've seen with her that I did like, her performance was Immaculate, where she was the nun.
Yeah.
And the best part of that movie was when she was in that stressful, kind of crazy kind of feeling. I think when she plays, and that was the best part of this movie, was when she started to kind of go a little crazy, a little bit on edge. And I think that's her core. I think she would be amazing Scream Queen. I think if she was in Scream or she was in some kind of scary, like thriller kind of movie, she would be a star. To be honest, I don't know why.
America would have to start taking horror seriously.
Yeah.
But I mean, someone in her team is just straight up lying to her because, like, honestly, I think one of the biggest reasons that that one ad like performed so poorly is because it hinged on the fact that we all really like this woman and we have the best and like we expect the best of intents. But then when you have like this beautiful blonde woman in the most monotone voice talking about her her jeans,
It's
everyone's gonna be
so
like, yeah, she's talking about Aryan Brotherhood.
it's like, to me, there's just no fluctuation at all in
No,
her.
and the only time she does is when she's acting crazy, and
Yes.
it comes across so great, but also like, it does it come across so great because she's so blah the whole time.
That's true.
Because that was like always
Maybe.
like it's like whenever you're like trying to like show range, you have to go low to go high and show them that you can do these things. But I don't know. It's just
Guys, I will admit, the first 5, 10, 20 lines of what she's saying was just her.
it sounded like the American
No,
Apparel
like,
ad.
yeah, I really need this job, and I have a master's degree, and there's just
I mean,
nothing.
even when she was like getting kind of, she's like, "Oh my gosh, she knows everything," and that's what I realized. And her blah 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 blah, and I'm gonna get fired, and what am I gonna do now? And that's how it sounds. That's how it sounds.
It's so, again, I think this is a good movie. I enjoyed it, even with Sydney Sweeney's very poor flat performance. I thought everybody else performed very well. I thought it was paced very well. I thought the movie itself made a lot of sense. Again, would I go see, multiple of these? I don't know, because like once you see the first time, now it's just you kind of get the second time,
Yeah.
and the third time. But
We killing these men.
yeah, but again, I just truly think is Sydney Sweeney just got a role that like made her not be so monotone. And that's why I really do think Scary would do so well for her.
I agree, and I think her team needs to like lean into like, look, she's a beautiful blonde woman. Lean into it. Like I feel like they're trying to lean away and like make her feel more like demure and relatable
Artsy
and blah blah blah
and
blah and all this stuff. And it's
blah.
like, no, that's a body that needs to be in a sequin jumpsuit. Like,
Yes, like
or in your thing, she needs to be running away from a mass
running
murderer.
away,
And can you imagine
going up and down?
Why are they going up and down at different? That's not how it works.
Hey, bro, I don't know.
Why do I know and you don't?
I don't know.
I was like, you.
Anyway, no, she just needs better movie selections, and that's the thing. I thought the movie with her and Glenn Powell. Well, I thought that would be a decent movie.
I thought it would be a decent movie.
And it was.
I feel like Glenn Powell. Never mind. I'm not going to get into it. I just feel like what's so weird about it is like, I feel like, and ever since I think that movie kind of solidified it for me, is like they're trying to like make her seem like older and more mature, and they're trying to make him seem like younger? Dumber, and hotter.
Yes.
And like. And I feel like it's still like in Running Man. I was like, I haven't even seen Running Man. Have you?
No, I'm actually watching it tonight.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, I just feel like that should have been a young man's game. Just me, but
How old is Glenn Powell?
He's like, I'm pretty sure he's like 30, like late 30s.
That's young. That's a young actor.
Sure, but his crow's feet are starting to show. And so it doesn't
like that,
but it doesn't translate well when he's like opposite Sydney Sweeney, and I'm like,
yes, because he looks
so much older than
than
her.
Sydney Sweeney. I definitely agree with that. And Sydney Sweeney at this point doesn't give mature woman, kind of like Timothée Chalamet doesn't give off mature man.
I mean, yes. And I mean, that was kind of like the whole thing in this movie, in The Housemaid. She was just like bouncing around with her like no bra.
No, there was no bra.
And they're just sitting there and
or at least let's just, housemaid just walking around, titties out.
And like even when Amanda Seyfried says, she's like, stay the fuck away from my husband. You need to start dressing better. She does not. she doesn't. She does not. It's still jeans and titties out. And you're just like, I would
I agree with Amanda.
Yeah, I was
get
like,
the fuck away from my husband.
No, literally.
But tell us, what do you think about Housemaids? I think 7.
Yeah, I'll give it a 7.
Yeah, no, good movie. I say go watch it. I just want to start off this section is saying I love Alan Cunningham.
Coming.
What did I just say?
Cunningham.
Oh,
it was
sorry.
something crazy. I don't know.
I love Alan. He's great. He's fit. This is perfect for him.
Take me to the Scottish Highlands. I feel like as time goes on, though, we're getting more and more contestants who act like him, and I love it.
No, it's so I would say, would you say this is the gayest cast we've
I
had?
would say that wholeheartedly because
it was like the whole boat in one episode.
Because just for Colton alone, because he won't shut the fuck up about it. Because I feel like,
oh my god. Okay, wait. Before we get into it. Okay, so we're talking about Traitors, the new season. This is season 4.
Take me back to the Scottish Highlands, baby.
Yeah,
Yes, season 4.
4 of Traitors. They dropped episodes 1 through 3. We're going to talk about it every week. Once it drops, we're going to, describe, talk about it, how we feel, who do we think is going to win, who's going to survive, who should get killed.
It's my favorite time of the year.
But first, talking about the cast, Colton. Let's start off with Colton.
Colton. Okay, first of all, history lesson on Colton. Colton was a bachelor.
I knew that.
But you didn't know about the other stuff.
I didn't know when he came out. I didn't know that.
Oh, girl, there's a lot of stuff that happened in between because
don't need to go. I know a lot of it.
Okay, but they don't.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, like what are we here for?
All right, give us all of Colton's backstory.
Even
though we have 22 people to talk about.
Just a quick backstory on him because it is important. Him and basically on his season, this girl Cassie tried to leave. And he wouldn't let her. He was like, no, I only want to be with you. I only want to be with you. I only want to be with you. And so the other 2 girls who were still there were like, okay, well, fuck us, I guess. So it ended pretty poorly. And then it got really bad to where she had to file a restraining order against Colton because he was stalking her and literally air tagging her car and stuff.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. But then he came out of the closet. And so everyone just forgot because it didn't matter anymore because we're like, well, he's gay. So it was just a whole thing. I do honestly think it was him trying to hold on to any grip of heterosexuality that he could in the public eye. I think that was his last chance. And that's why he acted crazy and started stalking her. Is that a reason to stalk people? No. But he won't stop bringing up how gay he is. And it's so funny because Johnny, because you have Johnny Weir who's sitting there with his hair up to here and he's like, and I was like, that's a gay man. Jam, Monet Exchange.
They are all very flamboyant.
But they don't have to talk about it. But I feel like Colton feels the need to keep reminding people that he's gay. But then
that's what I did want to talk to you about.
But then but in his defense, other people keep being like, oh, you big, strong football player, blah, 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 blah.
Looked him up, practice squad guy.
No, he was not.
I was like, oh. I was like, I've never heard of him.
No.
Did he play maybe it was a backup or something? No, didn't
not
he make
at all.
The team? Didn't make the team.
No, not at, that's why I was like, they keep bringing up the fact that he played football.
So every fucking time we get, oh, he played football. Oh, I'm gay. And I'm just like, Colton, I get it.
I feel like he needs to keep reminding the other castmates because they're like, I feel like this also happens is I hate when I'm in a group setting and they're like, can we get some big, strong men to help us? And I'm like, bitch, it's not me. Stop looking at me because it's
Colton
not.
But
Colton is though, and he doesn't want to be.
He does not. He wants to be a queen now.
He wants to queen out with Johnny Weir, and they're too busy over there making him carry people.
Yes. No. Oh, Johnny is.
I love Johnny Weir so much.
They're not showing enough Johnny.
No.
Okay. Don't want to get ahead of it.
We're just getting through all the gay characters because we said it's a very gay season.
It's a very gay season. It's great entertainment though. But the thing about Colton is, I think this season he is going to be the Efron. What's his name? Dylan Efron. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's what they're trying to set Colton up to be. Is the golden boy wins, that figures things out and stuff.
Well, because if you haven't noticed, Traitors has become kind of like a public persona cleanup session. A lot of people are trying to get back into the public eye or getting back on people's sides. The whole Tom Sandoval out of it one season.
Yeah, and now everybody likes Tom again.
Because then he performed and everyone was like, girl, can you please stop?
Hey, I'm not gonna lie though, that phone thing, but he had to recite that shit. That's top 10 funny.
And he's like, I'm the only one here with any musical talent. I want to be as delusional as Tom Sandoval.
Okay, but so yeah, I think Colton this they are trying to set him up to be, you know, kind of the golden boy that kind of figures it out. I think Colton's going to make it.
I think he's going to go far. Yeah.
Yeah. Then we have, you know, we can kind of run down a lot of them. I guess.
I mean, you have the Housewives. I don't want to get like too into the Housewives. First of all, I didn't even know there was a Real Housewives of Dubai, which first of all, crazy choice because
that's Caroline, right?
Yes.
Yeah. No, did not know there was a Real Housewives. My thing about the Housewives is I don't watch the show.
I don't either.
So I have no connection to all of them, but I love the craziness. Love Portia.
I feel like I'm a bad white gay because so many people come up to me and they're like, you watch Housewives, right? And I'm like, not really. Like, I watched a little bit of Beverly Hills back in the day because I just love that. I love that cast, which is why like Lisa Rinna, living for. Love her to death. She's crazy. I do know who Portia is just because she is like TikTok famous from all of her one-liners, like 265 days a year, that kind of thing, which is so funny because she keeps getting clocked for like misspeaking when this bitch is known to misspeak. She like, I love her, but she is not the most eloquent.
Yeah. So yeah, kind of going through, you know, the first episode, we get they do a new way of, hey, we're going to have one person become the traitor just in plain sight. And later we'll talk about who is that actual traitor. And then they all kind of get there, and then we do the same rotation that Alan does, and we get our 3 traitors.
Mm-hmm.
We get Rob, who
perfect.
No, here's my thing about Rob. Rob is 100% an outcast in this. Mm-hmm. Rob is not made for this at all, because his personality is not big enough for all these other big personalities. And like, I'm not going to lie, Traitors is starting to become who has the biggest personality. Yeah.
And Michael Rappaport is really gunning for that.
Jesus Christ. But I really like, and this is just me speculating, I really think they were like, okay, hey, after the success of season 6 of Love Island, they were just like, okay, Rob doesn't want to do this reality TV show, but we need Rob to do something. And the only way that was going to be enticing for Rob was make him a traitor.
Yeah.
Because Rob in this, he's just being himself.
But I think he's doing a good job.
No, I think he's doing a great job.
Yeah, like I
think he's doing a great job.
Okay, good.
Yeah, no, I just think that like other people aren't going to suspect him because he's just being himself in this.
My other part about Rob that I find so funny, I was texting multiple friends the other day, and we all like agreed. We're like, Rob, like these gay men are flirting with Rob.
They are
so hard. But
Johnny,
Johnny,
catch me.
Johnny Monet. Yes. What he's just like, the only one I want picking me up is Rob. But he like can't handle it. He starts blushing and giggling like a little slut every time. Because like even when Johnny was like, catch me, he like came up and like he ran up and stopped because he's like, obviously the straight man isn't gonna actually like catch me. And then Rob was like, oh, I thought we were gonna do Dirty Dancing, and he goes, and then you can see Johnny be like, oh,
I'm down.
Yeah, he's like Johnny was like, oh, then I should have just jumped in your arms. And he's like,
I'm gonna lie, I've been a straight man, and you know, in a situation where there's a lot of gay people, and you're just like, yeah, I'm like, I don't want to be awkward, and it's like, I'll do whatever you ask me to. And then there definitely is a point where you're just like, okay, now we're starting to, like, there's a boundary, and then the gay men and the straight we're all trying to figure out what's the boundary that I am willing to not cross.
But I also think it is a little bit of more of like, just like, straight men don't get the attention that they give. Like they straight men
very true.
Straight, like if you like, no woman is walking up to a man and being like, hey stud, actually, how much can you lift?
Actually, I don't know about, like, Rob's kind of famous, like, you know, like he's influencer famous, like but
he like lives in a trailer in Alabama.
Yeah, but every time he steps out, like
he doesn't step out that much anymore.
He doesn't.
He kind of like rejected that whole group and that whole thing, and he kind of backed away. But like regardless, I don't think Rob has ever been around this many queer people at once.
No, that is true.
And I do really think that like, and don't get me wrong, like yes, women hit on him, but it's still not the same. A gay man hitting on you is not the same as a woman hitting on you. It is so much more.
I blush
forward. It's so much more forward, so much more vocal, because that's the thing. Young ladies, men flirt with you how they want to be flirted with.
Yeah, no.
And that is not, I don't know if that's something that is talking about, but I just love whenever Rob just starts like he gets red, he starts giggling, and he's like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Next traitor is Candace, and Candace is great. I think
she be talking too much though.
No, she doesn't shut up. She always, and there's always one traitor. Who was the traitor that talked too much last season? The black chick that was also a housewife.
I'm blanking.
I am also blanking. But I think that is the problem every single time is like a Candace thinks that, I am just so above this league and I'm going to outsmart everybody by just putting myself in those situations nonstop. And that's why I think is going to be the downfall of Candace, because I think Rob's already clocking it.
Yeah.
Rob's already clocking it like, hey, Candace, you're talking too much.
Rob and Lisa, because they left her out of that murder in plain sight.
Yeah. So Lisa is the other one who I think is so obviously a traitor.
But like it's too obvious.
It's too obvious to be a traitor, which kind of works in her favor. She's not I don't think she's like that game. She's not that much of a gamer.
No.
But she is. I think she'll go far.
That's the other
until she gets betrayed by another traitor. That's what I think is going to happen.
That's like the other thing that I love about this show is like they have like real gamers in here and they're talking strategy. They want to like do all this stuff. Because here's the thing: you have Survivor players in here. Survivor players are fucking crazy. They come in with. And Big Brother players, they come in with like 17 strategies. They've watched like 50 seasons of these TV shows, so they come in with these ideas of like how they're going to go through the game and how they're going to play and how they want to do this. But even that one guy, like he was a Survivor player, clocking it on the first time. He's like, "There's a murder in plain sight happening tonight."
Yeah, no. So going through episode 1, we already are starting to kind of get a couple votes. Already feeling out who's the traitors and things like that. And it is, when we do the first round table, it is so clear people want Donna Kelsey out.
Yeah.
And to me, I thought that was kind of weird. And I do want to say this, I feel bad for Donna.
I do too.
Because like Donna she was trying to say, I look up to a lot of you guys. I don't believe that part. But I do think,
right?
I never believed that part.
Here's my biggest thing with Donna Kelsey is I was like, I just don't think she's going to try that hard because it's like, I'm not like, first of all, she's a 75-year-old woman. Second of all, she wants for nothing. Donna Kelsey, if she wants it, she got it. She has two of the like most
2 Hall of Famers.
She has 2 Hall of Famers as sons, and she's about to have a
billionaire
daughter-in-law. She is not worried about money, cash. She doesn't need.
That's why I thought it was kind of weird to cast her.
I did too,
and I really do think it is just let's get like NBC's like
yes,
let's get like a little bit more clout from this. And so the first roundtable, it's between Donna and Portia, and Portia is just. I feel bad. I do feel bad for Ron. I actually love Ron as a comedian.
I love Ron.
He's great, especially like animated. He is so funny.
And he's funny in this show too. Like it's just, I love Ron. But here's the thing: Portia slipping up at the table, being like, "Well, we murdered him," and everyone's like, "Portia, no one can help you now."
And I'm just like, bro, Portia, like, it had like I don't think it like again we know who's the traitor, but I'm just like it can't be Portia, but she keeps saying I, we, and shit like that.
But we didn't know because there was this.
Yeah, there was a secret traitor.
There was a secret traitor.
So I understand where Ron's coming from, and then Ron's like, and then they vote. Portia gets out, and Ron's like, "Fuck." Now I look like I'm a suspect, and that's the one thing aspect about this game that I kind of don't like. There's no real incentive for anything. It's really kind of hard to
except for the traitors. Yeah,
you don't ever get any information. You know,
it's all hearsay. But that's the whole point of the game.
No, I mean, but basically, I'm just saying like. I wish like you do a challenge and boom, you'll learn one identifying factor of like one of the traitors, you know, like something that like I don't care.
Point us in the right direction. So we're not just finger pointing without any basis.
Cause they are just finger pointing of like, oh, Donna Kelsey didn't talk to me. She must be like that. That was literally the logic. And so I do feel bad for Donna.
But it was Candace that led the charge.
Candace is
and that's the other thing about her. That's why I was like, I don't know if she's a great traitor because like she knew there was a secret traitor out there somewhere.
Yeah.
And you know that you're a secret traitor and you're leading the charge against people. No, you need to let them hash it out themselves and then maybe throw one line.
Throw a dagger in. That's what you are. You hide everything you know. Wait until somebody says something, and then you're the last dagger that kills somebody.
Yes, you can't ever be the person being like, I am going to bring up evidence and I'm going to make my case. Because like Candace, if are we spoiling?
Wait,
no.
So,
okay.
No. We could talk. Like we could talk. Kind of going to like episode 2 of we get a murder. Ian's the first murder that dies.
Which like who cares? I didn't even know who that man was.
And that's why
I watched Big Brother.
And that's why I kind of feel bad about some of these gamers is again I'm strategizing. They're just saying we're going to kill the gamers first.
Well,
which is the smart thing to do.
Well, if you noticed, all of the traitors, save for the secret traitor, they're all NBC people. They're all Peacock, Universal. And so, but like last season, it was like a bunch of gamers that were the traitors. And I think that they thought that it was too much like strategy, blah, blah, blah going on. Too much like craziness happening, like because these gamers think in levels that like not normal people do, and so they brought in and they were like all the traitors are going to be these just like whatever people, and so but I think these traitors are playing it really smart because they're getting out the other smart people.
Yeah, which I don't know why they don't ever like the previous seasons they didn't do before. I am so down. Get rid of people who are going to clock your shit quick, and so that's when we do the challenge. I 100% peeped this the second we were watching. I was like, Donna's not doing none of these challenges.
No!
I was like, Donna is a 75-year-old. Push a fucking chariot.
No, she has.
No.
I know she has some kind of like medical note being like, I cannot do physical activity.
No, they were just like, again, that's why I was just like, you're just there to promote this show a little bit more.
Yep.
So then the whole time, we kind of go back to the round table and they're all like, all right, we're going to get Donna out. They get her out. They get Donna out.
That was in episode 3.
Was that in episode 3?
Yeah, it was like halfway through episode 3. Because remember, so you're forgetting they did the murder in plain sight first.
Oh yeah, they did do the murder in plain sight, which they murdered Rob C,
the survivor man, which he was the one who was like
clocked it so quick.
Which worked out really well for Candace because he's sitting there and he goes, I know there was a murder in plain sight tonight, and you're the one who led that conga line, weren't you?
I'm not gonna lie, that was crazy that other people didn't clock that.
No.
How do you not clock? Hey guys, let's just do a conga line. What?
No music, no nothing.
Cha 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 cha. Hey, cha cha. Like no.
It had to and obviously they had mentioned a conga line at some point before because they were like
they had to
because they were like, okay, now it's time to do the conga line. I was like, bitch,
what?
And editors, if you're gonna have something crazy stupid like that, we do need a little bit of aforementioned,
a little bit of backstory.
like just like a quick clip of we should do a conga line at some point earlier in the episode, so we have some frame of reference for this idiocy.
I think Rob played it well. He really loved that, and I think doing these kind of things is going to involve Rob a lot more, because I do think if Rob was just a true not a traitor,
Faithful.
faithful. There we go. If he was a faithful, I think Rob would be very bored in this.
Yes.
And so giving Rob these opportunities to do this in plain sight. You're a traitor. Kill these people. You need to do this. I think that's what he loves, and you could tell from this that he's enjoying it.
You could see. I was just like, he's like, I've never had this much fun in my life. I was like, his nipples are so hard right now. I was like, he's so like, I was like, because it is like exciting. It's like,
it's supersonic.
and he chases snakes for a living. He likes a thrill. He likes a thrill. Boy likes a thrill.
So then we get rid of Rob C, gamer. Thank God. As a traitor. But again, this is why I feel bad, because it's like all these people who are smart trying to strategize, they just get kicked out or killed.
And it's just a house full of dummies, and that's what we want.
So then they say, hey, we're not going to do the challenge because we're just going to go straight to, banishing somebody. They banish Donna Kelsey.
And that was a
everybody.
Well,
everybody voted.
And I'm sorry, if I'm sitting there and I'm listening to that conversation, I'm voting out Michael.
Okay.
That was crazy work.
Right after this, Donna Kelsey is the secret traitor, which, you know what? Kudos for her. I never thought that she would be a good traitor.
I didn't either.
Yes. But I think the main story that I am loving right now is Michael versus Jam Jam. It is the craziest thing of this entire show.
It's literally like last season. I don't even remember who it was, but they wrote down.
It was Tom and oh my God, what's her name?
I can't remember her name.
But anyway.
But yes, she wrote down Tom Sandoval's name every single week, regardless of what happened, just because she hated his fucking guts.
Here's the thing. So Michael got the shield in the challenge. And he was just like, okay, I'm going to give it up just so we can debate about. That's the premise that I kind of lose.
No,
I don't understand what he was thinking about.
One of my friends clocked. They were like, I think he's in like active withdrawal right now because he can't drink without having to use two hands.
Yeah,
and you can like see his like hands, and he's like, if you're a traitor and you know it, clap your hands.
Bro. That I'm not gonna lie. Being in that moment, I would be dying laughing.
I would have reached across the table and slapped that man. I was like, you are wasting so much time and just so much like, and he's making these big grand shows of it. And like the internet is not liking Michael Rappaport.
Okay. Like growing up, like I did think Michael he's funny. Now I'm like, okay, you're kind of becoming
he's like annoying.
A bitter old man.
Yeah. He's like,
point. And so what I'm thinking about is just Jam is just, he's egging it on. Like, I really think that he is egging this on.
But I think Jam thinks that he's a traitor. Because I would think he's a traitor the way he's acting.
I don't know. Because again, I'm like, I forgot who, I think it was Rob C. He was just like, bro, Michael is not that guy who is doing above traitor level like performance.
But
right
I'm
now.
thinking of it in the terms of right now it's only episode 3. We have nothing to go on still. Yeah. And somebody's acting like that.
See, that's when I would be like Tiffany, who's like, I'm going to stick myself with Michael and I'm going to ride this ride as long as it goes. But sit down, Michael, you need to chill.
Tiffany, is she the one who always talking about shields?
Yes.
Okay. She's always talking about shields.
Yeah, no.
Anytime
I'm her. I'm her in the game.
Anytime I see her, she's talking about shields, and I'm like, next.
Yes, no.
I get it. I do. But it also paints a target on your back.
It does. And so right now, but I'm loving the Jam Michael.
And that's the thing.
I wanted to continue throughout the whole season. Just because it's so funny,
and I think it will. But that's the thing is like I do watch Survivor, so like I know Jam, and this is such a fun version of Jam because on Survivor,
really?
He played it like kind of sweet and nice until the end, and he won Survivor.
Yeah,
and so like he just kind of played it like sweet and nice till the end. He's super bubbly, and so like seeing this side of him when like also.
Oh, when he's just like, fuck
Yeah, I
you.
mean, he's just like, and he's just like kind of digging in and like seeing him like with more of a backbone because he was like kind of wishy-washy in Survivor, but like see him like really stand on his own, and he's like making friends and alliances and that kind of thing, and enemies. That's what's crazy is he's over there like literally starting shit with Michael Rappaport, which is just what are we talking about?
See, I don't understand that. Alan's fits.
Everyone's fits, except here's the thing that was so funny to me. I was like, everyone has like fascinators in their hair, and it's like
I don't like Candace's fits.
and they all look like they're like honestly like members of the Capitol, and Donna Kelsey is like leather jacket, sunglasses on inside.
Oh, I love that pendant though that she had. The white fit with the pendant.
Yeah,
love that on Donna.
But like Donna's just like, she's like, I'm not doing all that.
I'm not gonna lie though, there's one fit of Alan's that I did not care for. It was that yellow outfit that he had.
I'm trying to think of the yellow.
It was all yellow. He had his hair red, spiked up.
Oh, it was like orange.
Yeah.
I
was like, you look like Big Bird right now.
See, I kind of liked it just because it was like a change up.
I like the coffin fit that he wore. I love the silver.
Yeah, the silver was really good.
Silver was really good. And I'm not gonna lie, that's actually one of my favorite parts of the show is just seeing Alan's fits.
Or like, what the f is going on? I love. This season's kind of kinky too, because like he'll like come in, like he like was brought in by like those men who were like all masked, and then like one of the challenges was like, now get in the cage.
Yeah,
I want to stick Eric Nam in a cage.
So because of Ron's kind of actions and nobody likes Ron, now Ron got put in a cage by himself. Everybody kind of paired up, and this goes back to Jimmy, or Johnny. Okay, guys, the challenge is just get 10 of these freaking skulls,
yeah,
and then stack them. Everybody got 10 skulls. Dude, Johnny spent the entire time trying to find 10 skulls.
Yeah, and it was like,
I would be, if I'm Eric, I'm pissed.
Yeah, and it was like the first 5 of them to like after, and it was like the first 5 of them to stack it up 10, then the thing's over. Johnny shows up after everything's over.
It's been 10 minutes. Everybody's done. He's like, I finally got it. Hey, Johnny, we're done. We're done.
And he just goes, well, shit.
Yeah, he did. He just like
whale shit.
I love Johnny.
But no,
Johnny's
and then
hilarious.
Eric. First of all, I don't know who Eric Nam is. Like I've never
singer.
Yeah, sure, that's what it says. Yeah. But like never heard of him. He is a little cutie patootie. I would stick him in a cage and feed him carrots. Yes. But him just being like, Johnny, you're an Olympic athlete. Come on. And Johnny's like, these challenges, like, he's like, I don't like water, and they throw me in a swamp, and I don't. And I'm just like,
when he fell in the first challenge, fell in the water. No, Johnny, this is not his forte.
He was like,
he's an easy faithful, and you just keep Johnny the whole time.
I don't know what it is. Johnny Weir is so just like, he's like an alien to me. Like, so fascinating and beautiful. And I will say, Monet Exchange has flown very far under the radar so far.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. Out of all like the RuPaul participants that have done this, he is definitely
he's playing it smart.
He's playing it smart because everybody else first comes in, because again, this has become a flamboyant personality. Like, who has the biggest personalities? And usually it is, the drag queens. He's like, hey.
No, he's keeping it chill. But he always was kind of like that.
But when he inserts himself, which I think is good.
Yes. Because you can't be too quiet like Donna.
Yes.
Because Donna was just like sitting back and chilling, which was not a good idea.
No, 100%.
She should have. The thing about Donna is like, she came in kind of cold. She should have turned that mother shit up to an 11, because that's.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! Does anyone want cookies?
Yes.
Like,
turn that up.
No, she looked like. That's the thing.
Truly act like America's mother. Don't act like, hey, I'm just here just to kind of.
She's like, I'm just here to hang out.
Yes. No. So at the end, based on who was left in the cage, first of all, I love Kristen. from Top Chef. I watched her seasons.
Uh-huh.
I've watched so much Top Chef,
Yeah.
and so I love her being in this. When what's his name, Max, or the guy that she was with didn't stack the things, you could tell she was pissed. She was so bad, like, because she's flying under the radar right now.
Yeah.
She's playing it cool. She's like, hey, I'm not going to stick out or anything like that. She was in the kitchen just cooking, like making. I was just like, if I was a contestant, I'm going to the chef and be like, hey, what can you cook, and see what she could cook up. She's up for elimination, so I kind of feel bad for her. Lisa, smart, being up for elimination. She's a traitor, so she's not really. But Ron, you keep Ron.
I would keep Ron in a heartbeat.
Yeah, you keep Ron. You do not.
But well, no, as a traitor, because you want to keep Ron around because people think he's a traitor.
Yes.
People think that he is the one who's like leading some kind of mastermind when really it's just what I love about this show is the fact that, guys, you don't know what you don't know.
No, facts.
And it is like they've done studies and they've done all these different things. It's like if you have less information than the other group, you will lose.
No. And so that's why they got rid of all the gamers. So we kind of end episode 3 of just like who's going to get cut, who's going to die by the traitors. But it's already starting off great. I'm enjoying it.
I do like the short list. Do you like the short list?
No, because it kind of takes it out of the
Traitors' hands.
Traitors' hands.
I feel like with this group, that's necessary.
You're not wrong. He's actually not wrong. They are not the brightest. I do not. Rob C clocked this so quick, and they were like, out. Ian started to think about it, out. Now it's just like, who's really like the smart gamers? Like that's the. So again, I really want to see Jam Jam but Jam Jam's so focused on Michael right now. So
you know what I'm thinking about now that we know Donna Kelsey was a secret traitor. Remember who was backing up Ron so much in those?
It was Donna.
It was Donna.
Yeah.
I just clocked that. Put that.
No, that's
that
why
together.
That's why everybody's like, we're going to vote out Ron next.
Yeah.
No. So great. I think this has been a great 3 episodes.
It's just good television.
It is good television. So yeah, keep watching it. We'll keep recapping every single week. So we are finally post Stranger Things now. It's kind of a weird time. And the internet wouldn't let Stranger Things go.
Guys, I fear that I guess maybe I'm crazy. I didn't think that people everyone likes Stranger Things, like for the most part. Like speaking in general, vague, sweeping things. I didn't realize how much people like Stranger Things because I was not putting Stranger Things on like a Game of Thrones level.
No.
But apparently we were.
No, because to me, again, I thought Stranger Things had momentum. I think the first season was so amazing. Then you had 2 and 3. And then the lull in between is what killed all the momentum. And then you had season 4. Then you had season 5 like 2-3 years later when I was just like, what are we doing? And then every episode is going to be a movie. Every episode is going to be this. And I'm just like, none of it is like real. Like there were so many more plot holes in this last season that I'm just like.
And see, that's the thing that I saw so many times that basically people were just like, when you leave that much space in between, these fan fiction writers are going to write something way better than whatever you wrote because they're actually invested in the story and we're not having writer turnover and editors, blah, 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 all this stuff. They're actually remembering it. And I'm not going to lie. I think I should have gone back and watched the first couple seasons of Stranger Things before this because like it used to be almost like a gritty crime drama kind of thing. Like little boy is missing. We don't know why. There's a supernatural element to it.
What was the point of the military this season? What was the actual point of having the military?
Kali had to show up, I guess.
Literally, that's it.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
Because that's what I'm saying. Like Linda Hamilton, love her.
Yeah.
Waste of a character.
Wait, no, and that's the problem I think Stranger Things kind of ran into is the difference between Stranger Things and like Game of Thrones. Same with like Succession. Like any Breaking Bad. any of these really good shows is we are able to kill off an important character. Not a, hey, we introduce you and then they die. Because that's all Stranger Things did.
Yeah.
They introduce character, then that character dies. They didn't kill any of the main kids.
Well, who knows? It got left open-ended there at the end. You don't know. You don't know. She might just be dead.
Here's the thing, though. We thought that she was dead like 3 times already. Like,
she was never dead those times. That's the thing. You're like, maybe she is dead because it's the finale. I don't know. Or maybe, why would they even say that if not? Even if it was, how did she get out? I'm so confused.
But that's the point is, okay, why don't we focus on some of the boys? Like, why don't we kill fucking anybody?
Noah Schnapp.
Like, I thought Hopper was dead. And I was like, oh my God. Nope, he's back.
I knew he wasn't dead.
But that's the problem. That's what made Game of Thrones that show.
Yeah.
Was the season finale, or second to the last episode, you're like, Ned Stark is the main character. There's no way you Did they just chop that motherfucker's head off?
And now we got to follow the kids. Oh, and one of them is dead now. The main one.
The King of the North is dead? What? That's the level of like, we are making sure that this is real. This feels, real, instead of like, oh, hey, guess what? None of the main characters in this show are ever going to die or really be in a real threat. So it's just.
And what really annoys me about it is like, you see Vecna and the Demogorgons, you can see they go for the kill shot, but never with these kids.
No.
Never with them.
They kill all the randos.
And literally like bloodbaths. Because I will say the one thing I did really like about the most recent season was there was a lot of action in it.
They spent money. Netflix spent money.
There was a lot of action in it. That one sequence at the end of like volume 1 where Will gives his powers and all that. Like I was like, okay. They pulled out some production for this.
Oh, I'm not gonna. I do want to know your thoughts about this. I saw like on TikTok, a person was like, for Will to unlock his powers, did he just have to come out? Is that like half of it? Like, for him to fully realize his powers, like
it's not that, because here's the thing that you need to understand about like coming out is like, before you come out, all you think about is getting found out. That's all you think about. It takes up so much of your brain. And so like, honestly, it makes sense for him to be like, I like boys, Robin, and then being like, oh, now I can think about other things.
Now I can actually use my powers.
Yes.
And yeah.
But they didn't really explain that, because like they're like, okay, well, they chose him first and like all that stuff, but they really didn't explain like what made him different or special.
No,
because the same thing happened to those 12 other kids.
And that's what I think of. Like, we had very long episodes. It was a big season, and I felt like
a lot of Holly.
I thought too much.
Lot of Holly. I'm not gonna lie, I did like Holly, but by the end of it, I was like, God, we didn't need another whole new set of kids.
No, that's also another problem. It's, you forgot that she was even a thing. Like you didn't, like, you're like, why do I need a whole backstory? Why do I need everything about her?
I forgot they had a third sibling. I'm not gonna lie.
Nobody knew about that.
Because she was just a baby in the background the whole time.
Exactly. But that's what happens when you have like a huge ass gap in time. You're like, oh, well, the baby has to, like, everybody else grew up, like the baby has to grow up.
But it wasn't a huge ass gap in time in that show, because that show is only like 6 years.
Yeah.
Like max.
Yeah.
And these kids look 28. Millie Bobby Brown is a mother. She is a mother.
She did have a kid.
She had a kid.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's actually crazy to think about. No, and so again, you're setting up these characters that at the end I don't really care about. Like, I don't care about Holly at all. Like, I just want to focus on the boys, 11, Hopper. I kind of got played out with, the older kids. Like, they were kind of just.
Well, it just got really repetitive. Like,
it's the same thing.
Like the whole like, who is Mike gonna choose?
Literally, like, I don't care care about this anymore.
it's the whole series. It goes into like Will is jealous of 11 because he's in love with Mike, and that's the whole series. And then, but I'm sorry, whenever they were sitting there, and he's like, I hope we're still friends, Mike, after I come out of the closet. And he goes, no, we're not friends. We're best friends.
I'm not gonna lie. That I kind of was just like, bro, what are we doing?
I wanted to shoot someone in the face. First of all, that's fine if you just want to leave them as friends. We didn't have to have Byler. I was never like truly believing in it because I knew that Netflix would never be that brave.
No.
And the Duffer Brothers only want to see girls make out. But
Hell yeah, brother.
But really into redhead lesbians. Like, let's talk about that. Someone searched.
He said, "Let's talk about that."
Like, so I'm just saying, like the only people who were like out lesbians were like the two redheads in the room, except for Sadie Sink. She's over there, but she was kind of butch too. Like, let's get into it.
No, so just talking about this. I forgot. What did you give? What did you give Stranger Things?
I think I gave it.
This season.
I think I gave it a 7 or 8 because I did like this season more than season 4.
See, I liked season 4 more than I like this season.
Well, how would you know?
But I would give this season. You know, I'll also give it a 7.
Yeah.
I thought the finale was, you know, in the grand scheme of things, was it the best thing? Would I pay to go to the movies to go see it, making I think $25 million in the box office? No, it's a.
I mean, the big epic fight scene wasn't very long.
No, so all in all, I do think that the legacy of Stranger Things is going to kind of dwindle a lot down because it started so high, and then kind of just fizzled out. But Netflix as the company is the one that really drove us to like need this season, this finale, these hour long episodes. Like they were really pushing this, and again, everybody was like, yeah, I need to know how this ends. Like what goes on.
But they left more questions than answers at the 100%. End of it. Because like even like it was like, okay, Vecna was scared to go into that cave. Why was he scared to go in that cave? Because that's where he became Vecna. What the fuck was that rock?
Bro, like my question is like, what do you think of Vecna as a villain? You know,
I think it was too played out. I think he was really good last season, but I didn't like think that like that's the thing is like maybe I'm just having multiple, and then it all ended up being the mind flayer at the end. Like that's the part that like fucked my head up is like, and I feel like the Duffer Brothers really thought that like the upside down being a wormhole to some other place was like some big twist. Like they were like, oh yeah, they're never gonna think that.
Here's the thing, I don't care about the upside down that much. So when you just add another twist to it it's got a wormhole, I don't care.
Yeah, they're like, oh, it's a wormhole to some other land, which they didn't even describe, but that's where the mind flayer is from. But they didn't even like really get into it. Also, how are they able to just like breathe in open air?
The breathing part made no sense to me.
On like it looked like Mars.
Yeah.
It was just like a whole lot of like, wait, what? And then they're like randomly, I feel like Jonathan and Steve randomly started having like these weird like bro moments. These like almost felt like it felt like flirting. Like I'm not gonna.
It felt
like I'm not gonna lie. He's like talking at like Jonathan's like making fun of Steve. He's like, you want those little nuggets, and Steve is like, oh, Nancy told you about that, and he's like, yeah, and then he's like kind of like I want kids too, and I was like, are they gonna have kids? What are we talking about? What was the point of this? Like they're friends now all of a sudden?
I would love to see them have kids together.
I mean, yeah, I'd watch, but like
overall, again, in the grand scheme of things, I think this finale goes back to some of the other finales that, you know, of big series that just doesn't land.
Okay, but nobody on Game. Well, I won't say that. Like on Game of Thrones, they did petition for a redo, but like on this show, these fans were so convinced that there was going to be a random 9th episode because of all of these Easter eggs and here and there. You all have so much more faith in the Duffer Brothers than you should.
Yeah, I don't.
That's what's crazy to me. I was like, you saw where this show was going and you thought they're still masterminds. No, they forgot. Like literally, they had to go do a press tour because there were so many questions left unanswered. And then they were just still like, I don't know. They're like, well, where were the Demogorgons when all this was going down? And they were like, somewhere else. I don't know. And it's like, man,
and that's how I feel about this kind of episode. This show is it started off so well. Everything felt detailed and like thought out. And once you start to I'll admit that's why like George R. R. Martin, like Tolkien, like these people who like think about these entire worlds. It takes a lot. Mm-hmm. And when you start to see, like, you know, once George Lucas kind of gets away from Star Wars, you start to see these people who think they're those guys and they're just not. And yeah. But tell us what you guys think. Did you enjoy the finale? Should they do a spinoff?
Is there going to be another episode on the 12th? Because these believers are still, there's like, okay, they're like, okay, well, the documentary isn't actually a documentary. It's actually a new episode and blah, 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 blah. It's definitely a documentary that, Winona Ryder didn't even stick around for. Winona Ryder and David Harbour are apparently not in this documentary. And they're like, yeah, couldn't be bothered.
Oh my God. All right. And just kind of round this out, this episode. Going to talk about just some of the nominees, and we'll get into the Golden Globes more next week. But Best Picture, Frankenstein, Hamnet. It was just an accident. The Secret Agent, Seminole Value, and Sinners. What do you think is going to win?
Sinners.
I hope it's Sinners.
I think it's going to be Sinners or maybe Hamnet, just from what I've been hearing about it. But I don't think Hamnet's gotten enough like
it hasn't. They haven't done enough like
marketing
for like this to be, you know, Best Picture.
I feel like they're saving it all for Oscars buzz. But this is what they should be doing now. Like it's crazy to me.
Yeah. Best Picture, musical or comedy. Blue Moon, Begonia, Marty Supreme, No Other Choice. Nouvelle Vague, and One Battle After Another.
I think it's going to be One Battle After Another.
One Battle After Another.
Or Marty Supreme, because these people, I don't know, they act like this movie is like the reinvention of film.
They really do.
And it's
not. Best Actor and Motion Picture. Who do you think and drama? Who do you think is going to win? I think it is going to be. Man.
I'm sorry. Is Dwayne The Rock Johnson up for a Golden Globe?
Yes, the Smash Machine. I think it might be Michael B.
That's crazy. I think it'll be Michael B. Or I don't know. White people love their Jeremy Allen White.
No, he's not gonna get up.
I don't think he's gonna. But you never know.
Best Actress for Drama. Who do you think? I think it's probably going to be. It's Jessie Buckley for Hamnet. Like no questions asked. I'll fight anybody over this.
I mean,
I will fight you. This.
Probably, but you have like Jennifer Lawrence and Julia Roberts in there.
Yeah, no, but Jessie.
I like I said, I haven't seen the movie, so I don't
bet my left nut. That's Jessie.
I just think a lot of people. There's always like the running joke of Jennifer Lawrence not winning.
True.
And so you never know when people all of a sudden are like, "We'll give Jennifer Lawrence her Golden Globe for once."
Yeah.
That's my only reason for thinking that is that's always the joke. She's like, if I don't win, I'm leaving. Like that.
She does say that.
Every time. And it's
I actually love Jennifer Lawrence.
I do too.
She seems like a down to earth kind of
okay, but then like did you see her? Like she's like, yeah, I was like crazy back then. And everyone else was like, no, you weren't crazy. You were like an actually interesting person. People just got sick of you.
Oh.
They were like, it was just too much all the time. Like they were like, we actually missed you.
Oh man.
It was nice to
Best Actor in a Musical or Comedy. Probably Timmy.
It's probably going to be Timmy or Leo.
It's Timmy. It's going to be Timmy. I feel like this is Timmy season. I feel like all of Hollywood is putting their chips on Timmy being the next Leo. And this is the time of like Leo going against like Timmy going against Leo and Timmy winning.
But back in the day, Leo always lost.
Yeah. True.
Leo didn't get his first Oscar until like a few years ago, The Revenant.
Yeah. And then Best Actress in a Musical or Comedy. Who do you think? Probably Emma Stone.
Either Emma Stone or Cynthia.
No, not Cynthia. I love Chase Infinity though. She was amazing in one battle after another. But I do think it's probably going to be Emma Stone.
I don't know.
I'll admit I have not watched The Testament of Anne Lee.
Yeah, I haven't either.
I have heard good things about that. But
I don't know. I think it could go either way, Emma or Cynthia. True, honestly.
Yeah. So put in the comments or after this, tell us were we right, wrong. Please like, subscribe. Listen to us anywhere you get your podcast.
Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Tell me what you want to see.
Any movies you guys recommend, please. TV shows, let us know and we'll watch them.
What is that one movie that you're just like everyone should know about? I want to hear about it because I watch the weird shit. He doesn't so much. I watch the weird shit. I just gave him a full rundown of a Tubi movie I watched last weekend, and that shit was crazy.
Yeah, but I'm Jordan,
and I'm Joe,
and this is Double Trouble
Features.